Okay.
That's important.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hey, everybody, it's Lee, and this is Let Us Say It For You. We do not have Big Mike tonight because this was just let's just do it. Okay, cool. Thanks to Stretch. Stretch cares about my brand and making sure I do what I'm supposed to do. So obviously we have Champion Lover here. They Stretch back again. Thank you so much for being here. And he brought on a friend, Amanda. Thank you so much for joining us today. She's in her car. She's moving.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I can start with you, Stretch. How was your week? How have you been? How have you been doing?
Are we gonna retire that name? Are we gonna retire that champion
Champion
lover
Lover?
name?
No, I was about to make it your name. I was about to, before watching it on YouTube, I was about to make his name Champion Lover, and he claimed he saw it in my face, told me not to play with him or some shit. So I didn't do it, but I was gonna do it. So no, we're not retiring it. Just wait till the shot kicks in, and then I'm gonna start singing it for no reason.
Anyway, day was cool. The usual entrepreneur life. Just find
Tired
stuff
for
to
no
fill
damn
in the
reason.
time.
Busy. Mhm.
Yeah, you first find stuff to fill in the time and just work. I'm the shot caller now that they would call it. I
Oh,
don't I don't like
you better
I don't
talk.
like the word boss. I hate the word boss. That
I
word
like the word boss. It is what it
I
is.
don't like it. I don't like
Why
it.
don't
I
you like
like
the
the
word
leader.
boss?
I like
Sure,
leader better.
sure. These are all synonyms. Okay, but okay. Boss, shot caller, leader. Leader is nice. I like boss. It's just like I worked that hard to get this title. So that's what I am. I'm your boss. Like you can just be a leader naturally. I'm naturally a leader, but I'm nobody's boss. You don't have to follow me. But when I'm your boss, bitch, you're gonna have to do what I said. Okay. So I don't know. Think about it. I think boss is cool. Well, thank you for your recap. Amanda, how have you been? How's your week? You can give us a little more since we are just meeting you now. Hello. Thank you again.
Yeah, sure. So I work at UCLA. I am opening UCLA's first ever Black Resource Center. So their first ever cultural center. So my week has been hectic as
Yeah.
hell. I'm in meetings all day, on Zoom calls all day.
Ah, damn. I'm
But
sorry. See, why you even call her today? She busy. This another Zoom meeting.
nah, it's okay. This is a fun one.
Yeah, this one's fun. This one's chill. Thank you.
Yeah, so my week has been crazy, but productive.
Of course, of course. So you're in Cali. So you're 3 hours or 4 hours, but
3 hours behind you, so it's 6:40 now.
Okay. All right. Well, I just came from Vegas.
Oh no!
When Tuesday. I just came from Vegas Tuesday.
I heard they're open. Did you go to the hookah spots?
No, I don't do hookah. Like literally, I'm gonna be honest with you. We were so high, like most of the time, that some of the trip was just a blur. Like I didn't go much, and it was kind of cold. And so some of us there, do smoke, but a lot of us aren't as professional as we like to think. So we like one of my friends ate like 3 edibles. I was like, why do you do that? Don't you the memes that tell you not to do that? Why would you do that? But she did it. She survived. She's okay. But I took like one, had a couple birthday shots, and I was just pretty like, man, beautiful. I just kept calling everything pretty, but we didn't do anything major. We went to a few like touristy spots. Like there's one place where there's like these big ass stones in the middle of the desert. Very pretty.
Yeah. Was this your first time in Vegas?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Oh, okay. That was a terrible first time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what everyone keeps asking me how the trip was, and I was like, it was straight. But that's honestly not where I wanted to go for my birthday. I wanted to be on an island. So I think
it was your birthday.
It was my birthday, yes. So
and you chose Vegas
because I wanted to be on an island, and then I just thought, no, but that's the thing. Even with Corona, everything was pretty much open. It's just I'm not. Let's go to hookah spots and let's go zip line and let's go. I'm not that girl. I just want to be comfortable. Like I wanted to be on an island. Literally, my vision was bikini and like rum, and that was it. And that's all I wanted to do. So my friends they went on some roller coaster. I don't do roller coasters. I'm not the adventurous in that way type. So it's straight. My hotel room was very, very nice. It was a suite. It was very, very nice. So that also kind of added to it. And being high that long was interesting because I never am. So that was just like, wow. So this is life. That shit's intense all day. Yeah. Like, I don't get it. But it was cool. So that was my week, guys. Our birthday passed. We'll talk about it more when Micah comes back on. It was Micah and my 31st birthday. So we are 31 now, all considerably older than Stretch.
Yeah, we're all older than him.
Yeah,
so
Stretch is a
there's that.
child. It's cool, Stretchy.
Oh,
So yeah, and
Both of
Micah's
y'all.
pregnant. We won't talk about it much again, but Micah's pregnant. I put it on the podcast page. So yay for Micah. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So we'll talk about those two things when sis returns. She's going to be thoroughly confused as to where this episode came from. I was like, girl, take it up a stretch. I don't know. With him. So anyway, so what we were talking about, something Stretch and I was talking about, and you'd be a welcomed insight on this, is just setting your expectations for what it is that you want. Like, you gotta manage your expectations. Let me say that. I wouldn't say raise them for them, but manage your expectations. So I think I was talking about, like, for my birthday, like I said, it was fine. Like, it was okay. I wasn't, maybe because I wanted the beach so bad, I was probably already like in a mental state of this is just going to be whatever. And then that shit just projected through the rest of my trip. I'm not sure. But I know like for example, at 12, my friends were all asleep because it was really 3 o'clock in the morning here and everybody was high as hell. So I'm the only one up at 12 in Vegas time. Just walk around the hotel, like the suite, like, okay, well, these hoes sleep, took a shot, ate an edible, and that was it. So that kind of, I think, bummed me out a little bit. But then, and along of setting your expectations, it was like, okay, Lee, well, you already were on the island like you wanted to be. So Stretch called me at 12 o'clock. He gave me a live performance straight from a set. He was DJing, put me on a little video, and was singing. I was like, see, look at this. So they were all like, why is he doing it so early? And I'm like, remember, it's 12 at home. It's not.
Yeah.
So he called, Carlin called me, which is another friend of mine. And like my mom called and Micah texted me because she was at Stretch's party. So it's like, just setting your expectations where when you give people's, which is very cliche, but when you put the power of your happiness, if you will, or whatever in other people's hands, then you open it up for disappointment. And I'm just trying to put my finger on what the fuck is that I wanted and what was I expecting? Because like even now I'm like, okay, I'm celebrating my birthday this weekend with my best friend because we're back in town together. But it's like, sis, what do you want? What are you gonna want to make you feel like you did it right? And then I'm having to self-check and see, am I just doing too much or am I? It's this whole expectation thing, just managing that. So that was the direction. Please, one of you pick up from there. How, where do you come from with that, or what do you think about that?
Let's see what Finzi thinks first.
What do I want?
I mean, I agree. I think, for instance, my birthday, right? I had originally, it was my 30th in November, and I had originally planned that it was going to be me and almost 200 of my friends in Jamaica. We're going to do a yacht. We were going to do a huge party. All of my friends that are huge DJs were coming down for it. It had been planned a year and a half in advance.
Oh.
Right? The locations were locked in, everything. I had the caterer, I had the liquor, I had the designs, I had everything locked in. And then as time came closer, my mom was like, you can't invite that many people. It's just not possible. You can't do it. And then it became, well, you know what? We should just go to an all-inclusive because it's easier. And then it became, well, we can't go on a yacht because, it's COVID and we don't want to put people in that close. So everything I wanted for my birthday was canceled by my mother. So and then my friends, like I had 4 friends came down, but 4 from 150 is a very small percentage.
Yeah, that's
and
quite.
So I went into my birthday really actually depressed and sad because it wasn't what I wanted to do for my birthday. And then my cousin, who's kind of like my devil's advocate, was like, well, fuck it, like make the most out of what this situation would be. Like, don't come down here and be sad or whatever. And so I ended up spending all the money I would on a yacht, on this private catered dinner. Like, I was like, but I didn't want to leave it in other people's hands, as you were saying. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to spend the money. Like, I don't care one way or another. I had this money saved and I'm going to spend it. And so, but I did need to manage my expectations, because my expectations was this never, a party you will never forget birthday party, and I did not get that.
That just sounds
this was like going to Jamaica any other day.
No, I mean, yeah, And then it just sucks because you don't want to be a negative Nancy. You don't want to be a Debbie Downer, all the little metaphors they have for just being upset. You don't want to be
Mhm.
that bitch.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's my fucking birthday and nothing's going now you're pissed. It's just like, oh gosh, it's gonna happen any other day. It's my day. Why? So then you
One
get
day.
that's when you make people like me who celebrates the whole fucking month because I'm upset because it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. So whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, as Leah knows, I take birthdays very seriously. Like
Mhm,
this is my new year. Like this is my day. Like
mhm, mhm.
this is a significant day to point out that I lived another year. Like
I
it's
blessed you all
something
with
to
my
celebrate.
presence.
Right.
Okay.
It's something to
Thank my
celebrate. Like
mama.
I wear this chain wherever I go for a reason because it reminds me that how short life is. So every new year, every time my birthday comes around, it's something big for me to celebrate because people lost their lives young, especially like I said, my boy
Yeah.
here.
Right.
And I feel like when you reach that milestone, you have to celebrate. You have to make it important because you didn't have to be here to
No, you
celebrate
could
that.
have been gone,
Right.
especially around this time.
Right. You could have had 2 broken legs. You never know. You didn't have to be healthy either. So you're
Yeah.
healthy and alive. Why not celebrate that? Like, I don't understand why people don't take birthdays serious, but I do. So
Yeah.
for the past 3 years, it was like, well, Leah said, yo, let's do this or let's do that. And I had these big old plans. And like Finzi was saying, it goes from 200 people to 5 being like, damn, I don't think I can make it anymore. And then another 5 would be like, damn, bro, let's just go to Miami or
That's a
man,
good
listen.
topic. I like this one. Yeah.
Even with my friend Jay, see there who takes the pictures,
Mm-hmm.
we were supposed to the first trip was we were supposed to go to Hawaii first,
That shit's so
right?
expensive.
Wait, it
Yeah.
changed from Hawaii to Mexico.
That's cheap.
Then it changed from Mexico to Puerto Rico.
Eh,
Then it changed from Puerto Rico to Miami.
damn.
We
We
went
live
from
here already, right?
right, we went to Miami to do nothing.
Oh.
You get
Did
what
you
I'm
get a
saying?
hotel room or anything?
We had a hotel room.
You don't
just
feel nice in
doing-
a hotel room? I feel so nice in a hotel room.
Listen, but we went to work. I was down there. I was
Oh.
working.
And you taking
Only-
pictures like hell. So
The only thing we do was just sit there and talk for the whole time. That was it. We could have did that here. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I don't want my birthday, my 30th this year cannot be like that. Like if you don't come for my 30th, like I'm trying to go somewhere where everybody can afford to Mexico. And if you can't come, God go with you because we are going anywhere. You understand? When we come
That's
back,
as it should be.
when I get back, we probably not gonna be friends anymore. But that's just it.
Damn.
Because if I love you enough to involve you in them plans and you don't show, and you show up for everybody else, man, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Because you know how important my birthday is to me, and you decide to not show up for my birthday. Like, come on, I'm gonna feel some type of way. That's real. I'm gonna feel some type of way about that.
But you know that to that same point, right? I don't remember how many years ago it was, maybe like 4 years ago. I used to have this expectation that people would do for me for my birthday because I do for them for their birthday, right? So like, for instance, my like best friend roommate, like I go all out for her birthday, like her favorite restaurant, we go there, I pay for it, and so she does a good job. So she's a bad example, but because I do that for people, my expectation is like for my birthday, I don't need you to spend a lot of money. I just need you to like be present, right? I just need you to be present and be intentional with celebrating me.
That's
And so when people
intentional.
don't, so I had to manage my expectations of other people because I kept getting let down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so now I don't expect it from anyone. I don't expect birthday celebrations from anyone.
Right.
I think
It's
this conversation
safer.
was. I think this conversation was needed for me because now I know, like,
Your
if you're not
birthday's
coming,
coming.
we're going anyway.
Both of your birthdays are
Yeah.
coming. Yeah.
My 30th is coming, so this is my 30th. Like, I'm gonna be on the boat. I'm gonna be on a boat somewhere on an island naked, like, in just shorts, showing off these 6-packs.
Listen, you sound like me and
know?
Cookie. That's all me and Cookie said. Oh, I'm supposed to be naked on the beach for my birthday. There you go. Still not naked, still not on the beach.
And the thing is, I used to be the one to plan everybody's birthday. Like I would throw parties
Yep,
for everybody.
that was me.
You know, like
Mhm.
Brad's birthday that just passed. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have celebrated crap. Like I was like, bro, at least do it at our Friday night. So
You
you,
gotta do it. It's your birthday, right? We'll be
but
there.
it's his birthday. Like his past
Right.
2 birthdays, it was like last year when the pandemic was about to hit. I planned that brunch. He
Oh,
didn't give
oh yeah, it was cold too, but yes, it was nice.
right. He
But
didn't give a damn about it. Like I planned it for his birthday. When my
which is
birthday come
nice.
around, guess who planned everything for my birthday?
I'm guessing
Me.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every birthday I ever threw, every
Exactly.
party that I ever threw,
You gotta stop expecting it from other people.
I just do it
You're gonna
myself.
do
Just
it,
like
do it
I
because
did.
you just want to do it. But
Yep.
I do it for myself. So
Yeah.
this year is my 30th, and it's like, yo, I'm gonna let y'all know how important this is to me. So if you don't come, you know, I just think you don't like me. That's it.
I'm like, think what
I
you
mean,
want.
that's extreme, but
See,
I
he's so
get it.
tall. Tall people don't have like. It's just. It's either
They don't got no in between.
no
Like,
in between, no gray
what
area.
if I got work?
What if I get
No,
pregnant? Stress? What if I'm pregnant
it's
by then?
right now. It's
That's what I'm
March.
saying.
It's March. My birthday is in July.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
super pregnant if I get pregnant now. By July, I'm gonna be knocked up.
By July, you're gonna be like 6 months. You got it.
No, you come and drink virgin mimosas, okay? Drink orange juice, for God's sake.
I'd probably go. Well, what I can say with that is it is one of those, that was something that me and Micah used to always feel, because we in our little best friend circle, we're best friends and we both have the same birthday. So it's, I mean, I don't know if it's easier or harder for our friends. I would assume slightly easier just because we just do something for the two of them at the same time. Like we just buy balloons, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's more, I don't know. But
I think it would be harder.
probably.
I think it would be easier.
That's what I'm saying. I can't tell. I don't
think
know.
No, because now my gifts have to be balanced, right? Like,
Oh,
say I technically like you more than the other one, but I don't want them to know that. So, but it's like, I gotta buy y'all the same level
well,
gift.
it doesn't. What I can say is my friends are pretty fair with that as it comes. And when it comes to gifts,
But that's because y'all have the same birthday.
yes, they have,
You
but
wouldn't
we're
know.
not really like a gift giving bunch.
Okay.
I don't say so. Maybe that's what saved us.
For me, you gotta be
We're not
smart
a
with
gift
it.
giving bunch, really.
You gotta be smart with it. I'm paying for like you both go to the spa. Like go enjoy yourselves together because y'all
Clever.
friends anyway. So that's your birthday gift. Like I'm not gonna buy a physical gift.
What Paige did that. Paige bought us massages, like a
I wouldn't buy a physical gift, so it's easier. Like y'all hang out together anyway. So all right, go out to dinner. I'll pay for it.
It could go either way. I think it could go either way. But we had years where like we've been friends since high school. We're like 10th grade high school. So we've been friends for a very long time. So we had a couple years where like we just expected something. Like something was gonna happen because we know our friends are gonna do something, because it's like, come on, it's both of us. You guys fucking love us. Nothing happened. So she and I, it was so funny because we were crying at the same time at our respective homes. So I called her and I was like, hello. She's like, are you crying, bitch? I'm crying too. So we started laughing and we were like, why are we like this? And we were like, we don't know. But it was our birthday. We took off and we were just sitting at home. And I was like, I don't think anything's happening. And I think one of the times one of my friends, she was off that day too, but she still didn't come hang with me and Micah. She was like somewhere else. And we were like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, this is the point. So that was the year we decided, like, we're never doing this again. We're never going to sit there and just wait for someone to make our birthday what we want it to be. We're going to make sure we take care of each other. It's our birthday, right? And she maybe makes more decisions about what she wants to do. She's maybe more intentional. I'm not as intentional. As long as I go and I can get like some rum or something, I'm pretty straight. And then I'm the Jamaican party one. So Stretch, I just go to Stretch's party or ask him what's happening and I can get my fix that way. So we made a pact that year that we were never going to go through this type of shit again. And for the most part, it's been fine. But then this year, I know maybe two things I was hoping for that didn't happen. And I feel like maybe they carry a little more weight than I want them to carry. And maybe that's also why I'm so in this weird little funk. But I think for you, especially Stretch, and all these plans you want to have, as somebody that plans for a living, and trips, I plan most of the trips me and my friends go on, and you just got to be very straightforward with it. Like the best bet is what date is good for everybody, which you already kind of have. It's around your birthday, and then you just pick it's these days, and this is how much it is. and that's it. And I think yours may even be easier, Stretch, because it's a location. So it's a location and it's your own suite or hotel room or whatever. So it's kind of like having a destination wedding. You can come to my wedding if you can afford to your stay.
Yeah.
If you can't afford your stay the fuck home. Like this is how it works. So that's even better. You invite everybody from now and you tell them to this from now and advise them it's probably in your best, it's probably best to book it now, do whatever you can. But that way, regardless of what anybody else does, you will be in Mexico and you will be in your suite. And yes, it may suck if everyone you want doesn't come. More than likely, everyone you invite isn't going to come. But you'll more than likely have Brad. Brad seemed like he down for whatever. So at least you'll have Brad. You probably have Phil. Like you got a few people you can count on. So just keep making it very clear. This is it. This is this. This is this. And if all else fails, you'll still be on your island, because I wish I would have done that. Like that's not happening again. I'm not going to just not do it. I'm going to book it. And regardless, this is where I'm going to be. And that's how you cover yourself, from feeling like Leah at the moment. And what is that with trips? Like, I don't understand how people drop like flies like that.
Yeah.
Maybe money.
I think it's like, it's money. It's money. And I think like it's money and time away. And if they got plans, or if they got a dog, or if they got a child, it's like when I got to make arrangement for all that, and that costs me extra money to make arrangement for those things to be taken care of. So I'm paying for a flight, I'm paying for a hotel, I'm paying for food, I'm paying for whatever activities you decided you want to do. So I get it, but it's still like, that's why I was giving people a 1.5 year notice. That's exactly why I gave you a 1.5 year notice to save your money.
Or to take off work
so
if
I didn't want to hear it.
Or find a damn babysitter if you have to. Like I'm giving you months in advance. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And I never even consider those things. Like I have a child and I never consider the babysitter part, because when it comes up, I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm working out with her dad. And same thing with job, you gotta take off of work, but me taking off of work isn't as difficult as other people have it. So I didn't even think about it like that. But maybe that's why I don't even care. I'm just like, oh, I got a kid, I can figure it out. You figure it out. Come on, let's go. You got 3 months. Find something. Unless it's like a brand spanking new ass baby, fine. But you can figure that out, man. Call your mom or grandma, hook somebody up, do something. If you want to come, if you'd like to be in attendance. Because nobody likes to miss out on a good time. I saw Stretch's little place. It looked real cute. So prepare yourself, hotness. All right. So something Stretch and I were talking about yesterday, while he was watching me drink, was that I don't know exactly how we got on the topic of sex, but it was just a type of sex. Like, baby, people who, okay, you're 30, you're about to be, and I'm 31. So people who are like probably about 28 have just lived a lot. They've done damn near everything there is to do, right? People who just, maybe I put growing up too fast, but fine. People who just were freaky at a very early age. Just like at a certain point, like sex is almost just like, I don't know. Do you even enjoy it anymore? Like, is it a task? Is it just like, because, I think we're saying that sex is a mental thing. A lot of it is a mental thing. That was the other part that I think we were talking about too. But I mean, how do you guys feel about that? Just the notion of maybe doing so much so soon that you're like, I don't want to say used up, but just like, you're just over it. Because you won't even enjoy it, I would assume.
I'm a very weird case, so I'm going to just start with that before I get into what I'm about to say. But for me, sex is not mental. For me, sex is physical. And I could never get tired of sex.
Yeah.
Ever. I'll probably be 80 having sex, to be honest, right? And so, although I do, like, I have friends that are like, I'm tired. I've been doing this forever. That's never going to be me. So I don't even understand people's experiences who are like, oh, I'm tired of this. That's why, like, when I hear people get married and they're like, yo, my wife only wants to have sex once a month, I'm like, what? What's wrong with them? I don't get it. But I'm a very different human being, so I don't understand the concept of getting tired of sex.
Yeah. So in that case, no, it doesn't matter what you did and when you did it, you're gonna still want to do it, because that was the only argument then, right, Stretch? Like, you'd be tired of doing it, or
I think like you're 19, 20 and you did everything there is to do with sex, and then you get to 24, 25 and it's like, what's next? What's the next exciting thing that's going to make me feel good about wanting to have sex again. Like what's gonna
Oh, you brought up the
give me that,
dominatrix thing.
right? What's gonna give me that, you know, that what I call
Little
it?
jolt.
Yeah, that little thing that makes me want to be like, all right, I want to do it right now. Like, no matter how long you're together with the person or whatever, even at 30, is like, what's next? You know? So I personally feel like people who do a lot of things early get bored easily with anything that's less than what they've experienced so far in their lifetime. Like, for instance, a girl that's used to, like, let's say, whips and chains, you know, she's been doing that since she was like 22. And now she's 30, and it's like, if you're not doing whips and chains, you below the bar, like you hit the bar low. So it's like, I personally feel like some things should be left for the future in some
Oh, you
way.
mean like spread it out, spread out.
Yeah, like piece by piece.
I don't know. I disagree with that sentiment in the sense of like someone who who likes whips and chains likes whips and chains.
That's
So if
right.
they're dating someone who doesn't like whips and chains, then they shouldn't be dating that person because they can't meet their need. It's not about the fact that it's less than, it's about the fact that it's not meeting their needs. That's like, it's a different way to think about it. Because if
Yeah.
that's what I enjoy, then that's what I enjoy. So it doesn't matter if I've been doing it my whole life or not. It's what brings me pleasure. And so if that's what brings me pleasure, then I need you to do it. And if you can't do it, then get out of my life, right?
But that's
So
what
I think it's less about a bar. It's not a bar that's set. It's what is pleasurable to that human being.
yeah,
Because
but
I was agreeing with you, Stretch. I was agreeing with you, but then when you did say that part, no, when you said that part, just because I thought about it when it came to head, and we have that conversation all the time, and I was like, no. But the other part is still true. It has its trueness. It's just no. When you worded it that way, it was like no.
I get what she's saying. I get what she's saying because she's not wrong. She's not
No,
wrong. There's people that like what they like. But if you really think about it, everybody wasn't doing that their whole lives. Like some people actually, they get to that point where it's like, what's next? You get what I'm saying? I've met people like that. That
Yeah.
be like, what's next? You know, and then the next
But
thing
those
they
are
go
people.
on.
Those are people who don't genuinely enjoy sex. Those are people who love the experience, but not the act itself, right? So like, if you meet people who are like nymphos, right? They genuinely enjoy sex, or like people who are addicted to sex, they just enjoy the experience. But people who are like, well, what's next? They enjoy the excitement. There's a difference between enjoying sex and enjoying the excitement of a new thing in sex. I agree with that. People get tired of like, there's nothing new exciting, but someone who genuinely enjoys sex will never get tired of it. But I also think society has put it in our heads, as you said, from a young age, that we need to be doing all these weirdo shits. And so when we get older, it's like, well, I'm not doing those weirdo shits anymore. So I'm tired, like I'm bored, you're boring me.
Yeah.
But it's not that, it's because they never were taught how to truly enjoy the act of sex. They were taught to enjoy the excitement.
That's a better explanation.
That's very good.
Yeah, that's a better explanation.
I never thought about it that way.
Because the example we brought up was the Tiny and T.I.
Yeah, all these
situation.
allegations.
It was like I feel like they got to a point where what's the next exciting thing, and then they start doing the threesomes and all these girls and stuff, and I think that's what a lot of people that do swinging, like swingers clubs and shit like that, that's what is like, what's the next exciting thing that we can do to keep us, you know, excited, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
but I mean, a perfect example is so funny. I never talk to my mom about sex. I just like completely avoid the topic like it's the plague. But I ended up at a table, my mom, my uncle, and a bunch of their like older friends. And one of the ladies started talking about sex and how like she's only had sex with a certain amount of people. She's old. She's like, well, older. She's like 60, you know, and how she's only had sex with a certain amount of people, and how like women have been brought up to say like, you're not supposed to have sex with a lot of people, and you have sex to please a man, and you know, and all that. And so then I finally spoke up and I was like, well, that's because you guys were taught that sex is for someone else and not for yourself, right? You were never taught that the experience is about you and not about them. And you were taught that your sexuality was a negative thing. And so like, for instance, T.I. and Tiny's older, so she was probably taught that your job is to please your man. And so when I got tired of the little things she learned to do because she's been with him since she was like 20, then they were like, okay, well, let's add some new stuff. And those girls were probably significantly younger and were taught to love themselves. Right. So it's like this, like women aren't taught to enjoy sex. They're taught that you're supposed to do it to keep a man.
But if you think
We
about it, on the topic of teaching, when it comes to especially Caribbean people, there's a lot of things we weren't like. I wasn't taught that when you're having sex, you should make sure the woman is pleased and all these things. Yeah, none of us were taught that. We were taught to just
Yeah,
like
no, because we don't
till it
matter.
come undone.
yeah, but I don't think that's just a Caribbean thing. I think that's just a thing.
Yeah,
Right.
that's everything.
But-
Yeah.
Because
But
a
if
lot
you
of you
grew
learn
up,
your sex, you learn sex or whatever you see sex from porno. And so in
Right.
porno,
Yeah.
we're just sitting there screaming and hooing and hollering while he's just fucking the shit out of us.
Exactly.
And we're just so happy. And we rarely, she's just screaming for high hell as soon as he,
Mhm.
then please, that's it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
lost and confused
Yep.
for the longest time. Like, why am I not hooting and hollering like that bitch was on the movie? Because she
no, but I feel like I was like a unicorn in that sense where it was like, let me listen to other people and learn something. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
a lot of guys, especially, your ego is not gonna let you wanna hear nothing that anybody has to say. Like if a female
One of my-
tells you, hey, I just feel like you came and stab, and that was it. Like sometimes it's just about, a girl look at you and be like, hey, sometimes you could do it slow or do it this way and I enjoy it better. But him don't want to hear that because of his ego. His ego is not going to let him,
Yeah.
accept the fact that, hey, you probably not doing it right. She don't like it that way. Not every woman like it
Yeah.
the same way.
That's
But
the
not every
biggest point.
woman was
Every woman
taught
is
what
different.
they're supposed to like.
Yes.
That too.
Yes.
That too.
Yes. And that's
We were taught that we're supposed to make y'all come. That was the
yeah.
It wasn't until much later we were taught that we were supposed to come. What? We're supposed to what?
That's supposed to happen too.
That's supposed to happen too. Wait, what?
didn't-
I missed that
Yeah.
Crazy.
the whole beginning period of this sex life.
I feel the same exact way. And that's something that me and Micah talked about a lot. My best friend on the show. She learned this at a younger age, I guess, just in her sexual experience. Or maybe her mom's a doctor too, so like a therapist. So she has view things a lot differently on her side. And it was just one of those things where she always made that point. We aren't even taught like to make sure we're comfortable, make sure we're pleased or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're always taught, I've mentioned this many times on the show too. Women, I was always raised to be a wonderful wife to some lucky man one day. I was
Yep.
I know how to cook. I cook very well. I clean very well because as a Jamaican woman, if I don't know how to do this, my man's gonna beat my ass. These are literally my words with a very colorful Jamaican accent. So I was like, I don't know how many men are taught that you're supposed to be a great provider and make sure you drop that dick off great and make sure you get a pussy every day. I don't know how many guys are taught this. Like I don't know any guy that said yes, his mom or men around him would, and raise him in a way that pleasing your woman is important. And that's something you should aim to do. It's not the case. And we are just good little ladies that should be so thankful for the to see Stretch's dick that I'm supposed to just do everything I can to please it and then get up and go cook a fucking meal.
Exactly.
I live to serve
But
it's all about
that proves the point of exactly what you're saying, proves the point of like why people are like, well, my wife only gives me sex once a month or whatever, right? But that's because you're not pleasing her.
She don't want to deal with that shit.
There's
You
nothing
don't want to
exciting.
deal with that shit. There's nothing exciting. But I think it's because people are not taught, both genders are not taught about the pleasures of sex. They're taught about the instant gratification of sex.
But one of the things that me and Leah was talking about was the mental part of it, where a lot of people don't place the importance on that mental part of it. Like I use the example of, let's say you're in a relationship, right? How would the sex be if it was just like, all right, I got up this morning, I bought you some flowers, I bought you an outfit, we went out on a nice date, we did all these nice things during the day. That sex after that would be fire. You get what I'm saying? Versus you go to work all day or you're home all day, do nothing, just sit there and then go to bed and have sex at night.
Absolutely.
Right. So the mental part of it, like you stimulate her mind a certain way. She's gonna want to rape you at some point, like,
But I was thinking that too, but I think I found the difference between our 2 points because I was on your side with to Stretch, but I get everything she was saying too. So the difference is, okay, fine. The mental part, I think that plays a role when it comes to relationships. Like
Mhm.
not just sex, right? If I'm just sleeping with you just to sleep with you, then this is where Amanda's part comes in more, because it's just like you're enjoying the actual action of
Mhm.
this is so this is probably where people who are nymphos or who can easily just have one night stand and not even stress it. Honestly, this sounds like a lot of men. Y'all can apparently just fuck a bitch Tuesday morning, go home to your wife afterwards, and it really not mean anything, but just wanting maybe more so instant gratification, but it leads towards enjoying the actual act of doing it. So maybe your mental doesn't matter because all you want is the physical. You want things to go kapowie, right? Whereas in a relationship now, the sex kind of sucks. And this is what sex once a month. But I love you.
Yeah.
But if the mental was there in a different type of way, then I feel like I would be turned on to you and wanna fuck you.
Yeah.
And you know, this sounds like stretch. The meme, Amanda, I posted this meme on the podcast page and said, if her pussy is dry, it's you, not her.
Absolutely, because our pussy is a mental thing.
It just does it. Like if we're aroused, it does it. So if it doesn't, then I'm just not aroused. Help me out.
But I was playing devil's advocate. Say that's not all the cases now. Let's not.
But give me an example of a case when that is
majority. Majority.
Well, no, that is every female's body. The makeup of a female's body,
unless there's a condition or she's
natural, unless she has a condition otherwise stated, which is a medical condition that she should be going to the doctor for.
To get treated for.
She's dry because she is not as aroused as you believe she is. A lot of women put on front.
Yes.
For men to get the sex, but then their body's like, no, I don't want it. Every woman. I mean, there's different levels of wetness. I will say that some women are just wetter than others.
But that's what I was about to say.
Dry, it's because her body is literally saying, "Get out of me."
Mm-hmm.
We good.
Yes, but like you said, there's different levels. But there's some that's
there's different levels of wetness. Yes.
Yeah, but there's some that is not as. No matter how much.
Yeah, but that's just makeup. Like it's not as tight as. But that's just.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not,
damn.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
We're gonna diss this because her vagina just doesn't, you know, a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just what it is. This is why they think all lubricant companies are doing very well. Okay.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's not all the cases now, but I'm not saying it's supposed to be dry as dust.
Yeah. You're not. I've heard guys be dicks about it. Like I've heard guys talk about it. It's like, man, that bitch pussy dry. And the whole question is, all I think every time guys say that is, you're the problem. You're the
most times.
We are aroused and want to fuck you. Like if women's vaginas are naturally just damp for whatever reason anyway. It's just there. It's warm. It's a closed space. So if she knows she about to get some dick and she's still not wet, she don't want it.
She don't want it.
She doesn't want it. So she's doing it, like you said, they hype themselves up, or it's her man and she got to, or whatever her reason may be for having this unwanted.
And to be honest, I learned that from having conversations as a man, Liza, by the way. Like I learned that from women by having conversations. You know, it's not an ego thing, like I said.
I mean, and this is a terrible example, right? So bear with me. But so for instance, when someone's getting raped, right? That when we as women are taught about rape, right? They say if it's happening, you need to pretend as if you're enjoying it because less damage happens to your body when you pretend as if you're enjoying it, which is like a terrible thing to say out loud. But for the exact same reason that we're talking about is because if my body is like completely denying you, then it's gonna fuck me up. So like I might as well pretend as if I'm enjoying this shit so that I can make it out without tears.
This shit gets really bad. And that's what I'm saying too. It's like, and even in those cases I've heard, sadly with this, but I watch a lot of true crime shit. So even with rape cases, there's been cases where they've made points to say, oh, well, she was wet, so she wanted it. And it was like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not how it works. And honestly, it can be specific. Like I know guys, they say they get hard for no reason. Like the wind blow the wrong way. Dick hard, just all in the middle of the open for no reason. It's kind of like that. It's literally just about how aroused your body may or may not be. And so that's why I think I bring the mental part in it, and sometimes maybe it's uncontrollable, like I said. But for guys, the guys that get so defensive and get so whatever, again, it's like a lot of men seem to have a easier time blaming women for why they aren't pleasing these women instead of finding out how they can please these women.
Yeah, it's ego.
Yeah.
Asking me how I want you to do this, or asking me what it'll take, or whatever. You want to use all the tricks you've been using on the same girl you've been fucking for the past 12 years.
It's ego.
Her got another setup, baby. Like, that's not how this works. You know,
It's
and you gotta
ego.
put your
That's all it is. That's ego.
ego to the side, because then it's just we're not doing it. There's gonna be no sex making over here. I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with that.
I'm not faking nothing for nobody.
No, I don't think you should. I think that's so.
I faked it a few times, so I can't say that.
Why you fake this stretch?
But this wasn't that good.
So why didn't you just leave?
That's what I did. I faked it like I came and then left.
These means without the lies and the deceit, without the
Yes.
deception.
Yes, I faked it like I came and then I pulled my pants up and left.
Do you feel like a girl's fake coming with you just so you could stop?
Mm,
I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think? Do you feel like you could have dropped the ball one night? Maybe
Of course.
maybe this wasn't happening anymore.
I probably have it before, but it's never
It's
been clear to
common.
me.
I've had sex that like it's just good sex, but I'm just too drunk and I'm like, ain't nothing's happening. Can we fuck, please?
Yeah, that has happened too. It's
Yeah,
just like
that's
this is going on
happening.
too long. Nothing is happening, and I'm too
Can we
drunk.
just
I'm
please
just,
stop? Yes, I'm just so tired. Let's try again in the morning. Well, I'm proud to say I have never faked it because I don't see why I'm faking it. So if it didn't happen,
yeah,
do it. Make it do it.
I don't fake it either.
No, go do it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. It's just I think
For your pride, for what?
we do you a disservice by making you think you're doing something grand with that dick when you're not. So I think every woman should be very upfront, do it in a nice way. You know, you don't want to hurt his little ego too bad, but you know, just express with him or whatever. And guys who can't take direction do not deserve sex. I just feel like I don't understand what this is. You just gotta get a hooker. Go get a
that's how you get better. That's how you get better at anything.
You know how your gender is. They're
Of course.
Yeah.
their pride.
They don't
You
want no
know me
damn
already.
criticism.
No,
You know me
my
already.
ex-
I'm not running to the defense of no man. You know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
already.
You told me that. You're like, you
know
sick of
that.
them in their mess. All right. I don't know how familiar you are with this whole the Prince and the Meghan thing that's happening with the
Mhm.
family, but I'm hearing bits and pieces of it, and I just want to talk about what it is we do know. Again, I have not watched the interview.
Oh, I watched it.
Thank you. Good. I'm very intrigued. But Stretch and I seem to agree just in the beginning part of it seems like these white people was tripping, and we're like, well, duh. And then that's it. So tell me, please, Amanda, give us your
So
summary of it. What happened?
yeah, so here was the summary. So Meghan Markle, her mistake is that she didn't do her research, but whatever. Meghan Markle and him started dating. They decided they were going to get married, whatever. Everyone was super happy about it. The queen appears to really love the idea, whatever, right? When she basically goes into like when they were preparing for the wedding, nobody spent the time to prepare her for things like no one taught her their national anthem, no one taught her the Catholic hymns, knowing she ain't Catholic. No one like went out of their way to like prepare her or whatever, right? So that was the first part. Then the next part was talking about how after that wedding, she was like basically locked up in the house for like 4 months and only left like twice and for appearances or whatever, right? Like they had her driver's license, they had her passport, they had her keys. She wasn't able to go nowhere. And so she had reached out for help, basically telling them that she doesn't feel like she's like herself. She feels like she doesn't want to live at times. She's crying every night, like all that kind of stuff. And she needs help. And they were like, well, we understand that, but we don't think it'll be a good look for you to go and get help. So that was part of it. The other part of it was that there was all these tabloids and stories happening, right? Which we all know, we saw them. And typically she's saying that when stories come out about, let's say Kate, for instance, that the that they're called the firm, that the firm will go and try and kill the stories. But for her and for Harry, they didn't kill any stories. They just let all the shit just lie, knowing that it was a lie and whatever. Like the story of like how she made Kate cry. The reality is Kate actually made her cry, and apologized for it. But and then so that was that. And then they had decided. Oh, then they got Archie which is their son. She was
Baby, yeah.
pregnant and they didn't know if it was going to be a boy or a girl. And they were, well, it had been decided that he would not be named a prince, even though he is bloodline.
Right.
That
I
he would
heard
not be
that.
named a prince. He would not be giving any royal status, and he would not be getting any security.
Why? What was their?
And so everyone in the bloodline typically gets, they didn't give a reason why, apparently. And then there was conversation that was had that they were concerned about what his skin tone would look like.
I heard about that.
And if he would be too dark or not too dark or whatever. So that happened. And then Meghan went to Harry and told her how she was depressed and she couldn't do it anymore and all that stuff. And Harry basically, in his part of the interview, was saying that it just seemed like history was repeating itself and that it was like his mom all over again. How like that, like there was a picture, like they had to go to this big gala or something, and it was the night she told him that she wanted to kill herself, and she still had to go put a smile on her face or whatever. And so she was saying how like people were sending her the picture and saying, oh, you look so nice.
Yeah.
And she said, all I saw was how tight Harry was gripping my hand because he wanted to make sure I was okay.
Yeah.
So then because of that, they decided they wanted to step back from their senior roles and still do stuff, but they wanted to go to, they decided on a Commonwealth state, so they moved to Canada. When they got to Canada, word came down that they were being stripped of all their security.
Yeah.
But at this time, the news had come out that they moved to Canada and where they're living and all this stuff, and there was a whole bunch of death threats on them. And so when their security got taken, they didn't know what they were going to do.
Yeah.
And then Black Man and Savior came in, and Tyler Perry offered for them to stay on his compound, and he paid for their security for several months.
Wow.
So that happened. What else happened? Harry's mom left him a Get Mad fund, and that's how he was able to buy them a house and stuff from his mom's money. I mean, he didn't say exactly that, but he said, I wouldn't be able to do this without my mom's funding.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And then, and then, I mean, so they're pregnant again with a girl, and that was pretty much the synopsis, but it was just pretty much like the whole place is fucking racist.
Right. I mean,
and yeah.
You said she didn't do her research, because I heard that a lot too. Like, the queen. That was, yeah. Well, what you said, you said you're not surprised, which
not one bit. There's all white people. They're all white people. Their family is bloodline of slave owners. Like, why would we? I'm not surprised one bit. It's just like somebody telling me Trump was racist. I'm like, duh.
And this is such a high caliber, and unfortunately, with all those racist things and all the creepy shit about bad white people, they always try to say that they're in like something like that, like they are the queens or whatever, or they are in the government, or they are. So in their case, always been so much mystery and weirdness around them, so many conspiracies, especially with Diana. So it's like this is very I know they're pissed, like they're so pissed, like the what's the Pierce guy, he's a
Piers Morgan
person. Yes. He got
fired. I think he left the show.
He got fired because, well, he I don't know if he got fired, but he left because he had come out and said that he thought that she was faking it, the whole mental health concern, and how it wasn't that big of a drama or whatever. And she wrote to the station and was like, his sentiments, well, everyone was dragging him, but she wrote and said his sentiments would lead people to believe that having mental health issues is a negative thing, and your viewers or whatever.
Something you can control. I didn't know they fired him.
I think he left.
Well, they probably gave him the option to
maybe, but he left the live show. He walked off the set.
Oh, okay.
He walked off the set of the live show before because the black guy on the show called his ass out. Yeah, he called him out and was like, this is personal, because he actually went on a date with Meghan before.
Yes. I saw.
And Meghan actually left his ass and didn't call him back after that. So that's what the black guy was in the show was saying. This seems personal. Like now,
Yeah.
I feel like you're actually having a personal vendetta against her because you're taking it too far now. Like there's nothing positive you've ever said about her, and she has never said anything negative about you. So I don't want to hear this no more. I'm done. I'm white and I'm privileged, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. And he just walked off his own shit. So
Oh, I heard some of his rant, and then I know like one part he was like, "There's no way they stripped him of his title as a prince or whatever." He's like, because they can't strip him of his title as a prince. He is born from, you know what I mean? Like he is what he.
Yeah, but they
That's what
can
he was
strip
trying
him
to
of
say.
the working title.
Yeah, right. Because if they're not going to call him that, isn't that the whole point? The Duke, or I don't know how they.
Well, it's not that. It's not even that they're not going to call him that. It's like once you're stripped, even though you were born into it,
Right.
you no longer get security. You no longer get a paycheck. You no longer
Right.
get like all that stuff.
All the amenities that come with being a part of the royal family.
And that's what they stripped him from.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll always be a prince. He's Prince
and
Harry.
Princess Diana basically gave him like get Bex money, like we would call
Yep.
it as Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Just in
if they
case.
decide one day they want to do this, then you have money if you tell them fuck off. I'm going with this.
Yep.
I mean, that's so sweet and creepy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it doesn't have to be creepy, but so much conspiracy is always surrounding her death. So it's like, even if it was a normal death or whatever, no conspiracy. It's just very, you know, for a mother to have the wherewithal. Let me put something away just in case these motherfuckers try my kids. You know, like that makes me feel nice. He should be so happy.
Yeah, I think Princess Diana just knew the ins and outs of everything. Like, I think they had something to do with her death, maybe. So
I think so too.
Yeah.
So has his brother, what's the other one? He's Harry. Has the brother or Kate had anything to say? No one said anything, right? Like they can't say anything.
Nope.
It's
They
like-
haven't said anything.
Yeah,
they
it's
just
like
posted pictures with black people.
Are they?
The other brother, I think, posted a whole bunch of pictures with black healthcare workers and stuff. I'm like, this makes you even more guilty. Like,
They just
dude.
don't know how to handle it. And I guess it's one thing, like, because you think about it, like royalty, we don't have royalty here in the US as far
Yeah.
I consider Beyonce for everybody who's fanatics about her. Because she's, even Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're super secretive and quiet about
Yep.
what goes on. So you can only imagine what the fuck it's like over the border or across the bridge or wherever they say, where they're like royalty for real, kings and queens, and they're probably so fucking upset that these two keep doing interviews. How you gonna go to Oprah? They went to like
Exactly.
I know they tight, man. I know they're so tight. Like, bruh, I swear, bro, I'm never talking to Meghan again. I know they in there tight. The queen, like, I'm never talking to her again. But you don't want to seem like a, dick. So now they're gonna post all the black healthcare workers or whatever. Well, I'm happy sis got out of it. I don't know if this means she's gonna go back. She used to be an actress before all this happened. I don't know if she's gonna go be an actress again.
Apparently they brought that up and they had told her that she should keep acting to pay for her bills.
Yeah, and I heard Oprah got like $7 million for that interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like $7 million. So they're gonna get a piece of that $7 million.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
So,
But you know,
so-
they have a deal with Netflix and they have a deal with Spotify.
Yeah. Now they,
Look, they're about to be straight. I'm not worried about them. Good luck for them. Shit, they're about to be quite fine. I don't know if Tyler Perry is still holding them up, but
Nah, they bought a house.
Oh, right. You did say that.
his mom probably left him a good sum of money though.
I mean, if she put it in some type
Leo,
of, I don't know
look.
what kind of banking shit they got over there, but if she put
Oh,
it,
look at y'all. Look at y'all.
I got a Leo over here.
hey, I like her. Yes. My best friend Jumi is just some random black woman. I said, Bob, draw me somebody with big hair. She doesn't really look like me, but I got big hair. So, that is too funny. Look at us. Good job, Stretch. Where's your Tupac painting?
I'm sorry.
Where's your Tupac painting?
Can you see it?
You're
Oh.
annoying.
Liquor. Luncheon. Anyway, all right. Well, good luck for them. I'm sure they'll be fine. They're very rich people. The Versus thing. So I don't know if you guys heard about it. Versus apparently sold the whole Versus platform to Triller. Triller is
Oh yeah.
like a TikTok kind of app. I actually like Triller more than TikTok. It's like that. You just make videos, snippets, whatever. And so some people are mad at them for this. And I'm like, technically, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to start a business and sell it for a whole bunch of money. And there you go.
From what I heard, it was like a partnership that they
Yeah, they
sold
still on the board.
yeah, they still own majority. So, but this is a partnership with
Well, the reason why I don't think they own majority is because it's an acquisition. So in an acquisition, you know, you can still
Oh
be
yeah.
on board, but I acquired you. So now you're a part of me. You can still be on it, but I'm in control of this. So that's
Yeah, that's true.
seems like they don't have the majority. It seems like, but I'm sure they still are on the board because it would be
yeah. But you heard
on
Beanie
both
Man,
parts to kick them out.
Beanie Man and Bunty is gonna get
On Triller, yeah.
Oh yeah, all the artists
I
are getting
saw
a
that.
percentage.
Okay, so I didn't know what that was about. I didn't know why Beanie Man and Bounty Killer was getting something from Triller, but I was like, shout out to them, you know, gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the artists that have already been on it are getting paid.
That's very good because like
But
like the T-Pain ones that were like in the very beginning before it had all this big production, they didn't get anything for that. They just did it.
But
Yeah.
but you know, Triller is owned, like I think a lot of black people have stakes in Triller. Like Snoop Dogg, I heard have a big share in it. Like a few people have big
That's
shares in
what's up.
Triller.
Well, then
So-
we need to just mosey on over there because I like Triller. Triller's fun for me. The Baby and all the rappers. I see the Baby and his ex-boo, the little Danny girl. They always made little Triller videos. Trina, I've seen Trina make one. So I definitely see more black artists or hip hop R&B in this type of genre use it a lot.
Mhm.
So maybe.
Wait, isn't Danny Lay pregnant for the baby right now?
Girl, listen, I don't know. It looked like it. But it didn't
No,
look
she's
like it,
definitely
but
pregnant. I just don't know who she's pregnant for.
You gotta
Well,
be
it
for the
has to
baby.
be.
Who else?
It has to be him, yeah. But she didn't, and she just looked like she was a little bloated in that video.
Nah, that's pregnant.
That's pregnant?
That ain't bloated.
Oh, did you
Look at
baby?
y'all.
That is not bloated.
Look at y'all. Look at y'all over here being scandalous.
Where
It's
is
not scandalous. This already came out on the internet.
I saw that. I was like, she don't even look pregnant to me. Yeah?
No, she don't look that. I saw the video though.
She like 5 months.
Wow.
Nah,
That's what she looked like.
5.
She looked like
Wow.
5. You know, 5 that in between where you like have a bigger
The
belly,
bump.
but it's not huge.
Yeah, she posted.
Where you look like you ate too much.
pictures. These could be a little edited though.
Yeah, but even I have a friend right now who's pregnant and she just posts old pictures. So nobody knows she's pregnant.
True. And this is the point. You can edit pictures. You couldn't edit the video. That's why she was walking fucking lopsided, looking pregnant as hell. So
Exactly.
girl, well, if you see, here's another video. That's so funny. She does look a little.
She pregnant.
Oh Lord.
It's quarantine. Everybody pregnant.
Except me.
Except me.
Oh well, look at
Praise
I
Jesus.
wouldn't mind just waking up pregnant. I just want to wake up pregnant though. If somehow Tupac's baby got in there, I would not be upset. Like I don't know.
Me either. I can
No.
take Tupac baby too.
Yeah, I'd take Tupac's baby.
All right. I think is it time for me to go? Is it
No,
time for me to
sorry.
leave?
But with Danny, no, I was having that conversation. This is completely random. We're gonna finish on music in just a second, but I had to brief intermission. So with women, and I don't know, Amanda, if you've had to deal with too many men with women with kids, so mothers like baby mamas or whatever.
Yep.
I know
Yep.
you've had to, and I haven't. I only had to deal with one, but I am one, so it's like I have both sides, you know. But it's like
Mhm.
I feel so bad, like with Danny. I just like Danny. I don't know what it is that's annoying about her, but something about her is annoying, right? And it wasn't always that way, but it is now. And this whole the baby thing was just so bad because I hate girls that just go on and do the most. It's like he just embarrassed. She says just be with him quietly. Like he embarrassed her, got back with the baby mama, and then got back with her, and they just bragging about it and blah blah blah. So what I said to my friend was, I was like, girls that act like this, they end up pregnant, and they end
Mhm.
because it's just like, okay, well, I'm a baby mama too now, and it's like, bitch, you don't win an award for you got forever. Like this is what you win. You win a pretty baby, but you stuck with this nigga forever. And
But we hope it's pretty.
maybe oh gosh, what if this is like his first boy? The girls. Lord, then Mimi about to be mad. That's his baby mama. It's just girls with this mentality though. They get pregnant, and then it's like, well, now I'm a baby mama too. So
Yeah.
I'm special, bitch. Like, and it's like, no. Why? And then the man in the middle, he just don't give a fuck. He's just
No.
why not though? Like these are now the mothers of his children. So now you know their well-being, mental health, all this shit matters because they're carrying your fetus. And you just gonna keep letting these bitches just argue back and forth and just keep fucking
Okay, fine.
everybody you love them. You know what
Men
I'm
don't
saying? Like
care.
help them since they can't help themselves.
Listen. Men don't like stepping in cat fights. Okay, they don't like it. Especially if
Yeah,
it's
but
two
they
baby
started.
mamas.
I want to
If
say you
two-
started
wait,
this shit.
If it's two baby mamas and you were with none of them, and one of them feel like you're picking a side, oh, it's over. That's it. Hell on portals. It's done. You get what I'm saying?
Hello, photos.
So you don't want to be that person to be like, all right, you're wrong. It's gonna be like, dog, can you just stop, please? Like, just let it go.
Okay, that part I can understand, I guess, and I'm gonna get off my soapboxes. You know, I'm just so mad at him in the middle of all that because it's just like, again, your job should be protecting, your job should be causing this, and it's like all you've done is just cause a little strife. When Danny came out with that little stupid ass yellow bone song,
Mhm.
he didn't check her anywhere we could see. I think he posted some yellow hearts and a kissy face or some shit. So you were just furthering the issue. You putting Danny ass in trouble, left her like 3 minutes later because now he on another bitch ass talking about some, oh, I'm single looking for a Valentine's Day date. She come out with a, it's just, I hate that it's a black man in the middle of all that, just not giving a fuck. All the women that he's just damaging. Mimi is like numb to the shit. But this is the mother of two of your kids. He got a whole other baby with some other lady we don't know about. And now allegedly Danny pregnant. And his black ass just doing dance routines all through.
He can afford it. He can afford it. He can't.
It shouldn't have to be like that, King.
That's rich people problems. That's how I classify.
Yeah, that's a lie because I know
I know some
four
broke,
black men who had the same
I know
drama.
some.
I'm talking about myself.
Oh,
Okay?
then say that. Then say that, boo. But don't say
say that,
it's
boo,
rich
because don't say it's rich man
Yeah,
problem.
But,
it
but
ain't-
no, but
I know
think
poor
about it.
black men who can't put a rubber on and say they like.
But what I'm gonna say to you is think about it. They're doing the same thing that a broke nigga is going out there buying a bunch of bottles and then broke the next day. It's the same shit. Think about it. I know niggas that's borrowing money to go floss.
Oh,
It's the
Lord.
same
Yeah,
thing.
me too.
You're doing rich people
I don't
shit
know
on
nobody
poor
like
people's salary.
I mean, that's why most Jamaicans have Gucci slippers. You ever thought about it? Like, why the fuck do you need Gucci slippers when Nike makes the same thing?
But that's what I'm saying.
So why
It's
they
the
got
same thing.
flashy, right? That's the point.
It's
Yeah, they get flashy.
Status.
niggas with regular salaries trying to live like rich niggas. So it's the same shit.
That is
Those
true.
are rich people
Yeah,
problems.
but rich niggas did not start having multiple baby mamas. That's a poor people
No,
thing.
but they're the ones who are supposed to do that because they could afford it.
Yeah, but they didn't start it.
No, but think about it. A lot of rich people don't wear the expensive stuff that we be wearing.
Or
Like,
they
black-
do, but they just don't have the flashy version. So
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
they do.
We get the
$20,000,
flashy version.
but they look like fucking Crocs.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the same thing.
Well, my
know.
my argument wasn't there. My grievance wasn't with that topic. My grievances are with just the black man in the midst of it again, just putting women through bullshit. It's just like
Yeah.
that's really my plight, and so that's where I'm not gonna go. You know, I'll go off about that, but it's just like it's just nothing, and that's almost what's so sad. Like he stay with Mimi. You guys keep making children. They're very cute. They all look just like him and her. It's very crazy. Just keep doing that, but then you embarrass her, and you embarrass her, and you got some random motherfucker pregnant over there, and now then it's just. I hate that he is in the middle of that because it's just another example of so many black men that I know or have heard of that just don't give a fuck who they damage. You could be a black woman, a Spanish, or whomever. Like, you just want to do what the fuck you want to do, and that is some poor shit. Because rich, like,
Yep.
a certain amount of very wealthy, successful people who kind of always had it or who have made it a certain place where that's not the case. Like, think about some of the bazillionaires that you know, the Bill Gates and all the people you want to think about. They don't have like 17 different kids from random bitches. Like, this is not their life. They busy working and shit. So
They busy.
yeah, they don't have time to do that, but it's like he's just an example. It's like Futures. Oh my gosh, it's just all of them. Lil Wayne used to be bad until like Futures and that young boy that talk real fast. And he got the baby with Mayweather's daughter. Guys like him have come and like knock Lil Wayne out of the park, but he was the first one that was like, damn Wayne, how many kids you about to have? So that's it. It's just like you guys have this be fruitful and multiply mentality.
Yeah, but
What?
these rappers ain't nothing. When we talk about like beating one, an elephant man who has like 30, then now
Yeah,
we're
but that's also a different culture. So let's not compare the two
True.
cultures.
you
In the
can't.
Jamaican culture, concubine is a thing, right?
I haven't heard that
Having
word
a
before.
concubine, having a concubine and having a whole nother family is an expectation for men.
Some
So
ways
it's
it is.
different. So it's different than like in the Black culture where it's just you're told that you should just multiply and be fruitful for no reason, even if you can't afford. In Jamaica, it's more of a culture.
Mhm.
And I know
But
there's Jamaican men, they take pride and joy in knocking.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
Like, oh my gosh, of course I got her pregnant. But
yeah,
of course I
what do you
did.
mean? It did me out shoot block, blah, and it just gets weird. So I know so many of them that it's just like, yeah, she's absolutely correct.
like I said,
Thing.
I guess I was just the unicorn of these people. So
I guess.
I know me. I told you already,
Oh,
man.
the
I'm
tallest. Definitely the tallest.
all right, whatever you say. All right, let's finish up the last topic and
Go ahead, music. It was yours.
I know my phone about to die. Hurry up.
all right. So we'll talk about just quick new music that you guys find interesting, I guess.
I'm the worst person to ask that.
Yeah,
Why?
and me, I'm not that good either.
No R&B, no reggae, no dancehall, new music, that artist that you're interested in now.
Victoria, her name is Victoria Monet, and I
Oh
think
yeah, I like Victoria.
yeah, I played her album. I think every morning because it's only like 7 songs and they're considerably short. I think
Let me find it right now. Wait.
I think I played her. It's called Jag.
Yeah, Victoria's good.
Yeah, I played her album, I think, every day for like the past like at least month and a half. They're just very short, catchy songs. I like her a lot. And
I like Jasmine Sullivan's new album.
ridiculous. Just because Jasmine sings like I literally just reposted her yesterday and I said she could sing the fucking ABC song and I did samples. She's amazing. So, you know, I've been all zenny with my plants and my incense and sage and shit. So I've been on Victoria Monet is very chill. And so you can listen to that when you're doing yoga or something, whatever tall people do.
Wow. I look into Victoria Monet,
Yes,
but
check her out.
you know, her is my girl. I
Yeah,
love
hers
her.
great.
Yes,
Yeah, hers
all the way.
great.
I love her. I like
Do you guys
I'll
like
listen-
SZA? Have you heard SZA's new song?
Oh hell yeah! I love SZA. SZA's
I haven't caught on to this new song yet.
SZA's like a black hippie to me.
Is that the
like,
Good
she-
Day one?
Yeah,
song is
but
it?
all I know about it is
It keeps playing, but I haven't caught on to it either.
Yeah,
Me neither. I heard it though.
I've heard it like 20 times. And
But
it's
I
still,
haven't.
and okay,
don't.
so Stretch, you know, like if I hear a song multiple, I know every word to a song.
Mhm.
Like if you look at my Instagram, I'm the karaoke queen, right? But like for some reason, I have not been interested enough to learn that song.
Me neither.
And I hear it
hasn't
every day.
caught me yet.
Yeah.
But I like those songs because if I find a song that I love and I listen to it too much, I really do get tired of it. I think
I never get tired of a song.
there's some songs like a dancehall song. A dancehall song I can listen to it for only so many times.
You have your occupation makes it even worse.
I think it's just I just think it's just the substance to the music now compared to back then. Because
Yeah.
my favorite artist of all time is Dennis Brown. Whether hip hop, R&B, whatever.
Wow.
Dennis Brown is my favorite artist of all time. It's amazing what him and Barry Simon was able to do in them times when not even education was popular, but they were writing like top tier songs. I've played songs like Barry Simon songs that people thought were new, and they were like old songs.
Right.
Amazing songs that they're not the popular ones, but great songs. Dennis Brown, the same thing. And back in the day, voiceovers was a thing for so many singers back in the reggae days, like Sanchez and Winnie Wonder. All these guys were doing sing-overs, like covers for songs.
Yeah.
But to hear Barry Simon and Dennis Brown and people like Gregory Isaacs and all these guys that wrote these amazing songs back then, it was like, yeah, that's some amazing stuff. So, you know, compared
and
to
that's
now,
unfortunate because they won't get as much credit
right.
long ago. So unless you just get the early vibe at somebody's party, or somebody mama house, you're never gonna hear them.
Because that's why I run to go to the club early so I can get my little early setting. I drink my little tequila and I play my early reggae and my souls and my
only time you work.
Right. But now I think I found a niche of music like the music you like the Her, the Jasmine Sullivan,
the new
all
R&B.
these people. I found like Black is one of my favorite like new R&B artists. Black is like hands down for me, like top tier. And I like Ari Lennox. I like all those people.
Yeah,
I found
Ireland's
this guy from Africa. His
decent.
name is Rick Hassani. He's decent, pretty good
There's
artist.
this lady, I forgot her song is called Papaya, but I can't remember her name. But she's in that realm too. Like I like all that earthy shit.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Yes, I have a whole playlist, but it's on Spotify.
I
I've been sending it to you.
I just found what's his name? He just did a song with Shensia too. His parents are like Jamaican or whatever.
He's a singer.
Masego.
Oh,
Masego.
yeah.
I just found Masego like a couple months ago, and he plays the sax. And
okay.
I love jazzy music. Like
I want to get into jazz, guys. Like I want.
yeah, jazz is pretty mellow.
Thing.
Yeah, it's pretty mellow. Like Dean Fraser came out with a Christmas album. I was vibing to that. Dean Fraser is
That's
like
the one you made me put on the soiree playlist.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that was
Jamaican,
so old.
It's a Jamaican sax player. Like
Okay.
he plays sax, so I'll play his stuff. But I guess I'm getting older where dancehall is like I'll listen to a dancehall song 2 times and it's like, all right, man, I hear this number. Turn it down.
Yeah,
Like,
but think about the people that are making dancehall music right now. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't have anything to talk about.
exactly. But
It's the same
I'm gonna
stuff.
correct you there. I'm gonna correct you there because all right, I just told Leah about a song tonight. A friend of mine, he dropped a project earlier this year that was dancehall project that was great. Like a lot of good dancehall projects dropped, but people are not giving that the attention, but say there's no music out. Governor dropped a good album. Dexter Daps dropped a good album.
Dexter's my favorite, okay?
Yeah, he dropped a good album. Cacique, which
His
is the
album was
dude,
great.
Cacique,
Yeah.
the dude I told you about, like he dropped a good album. Chaos dropped a good project. Last year, the year before, he dropped a good project. Nobody really talks about that stuff, but these are great projects. You get what I'm saying? Like if you guys look up Chaos and look up the Melanin project, that was dedicated to Black women, right?
Oh.
Cacique, he just dropped a project. He has a song on it called WMTS, right? That song is talking about like big brothers or big cousins protecting their kids, their daughters, their young daughters or their little sisters or their little nieces. It talks about, listen, if you go there with a guy, I know you look like you're pretty, and when you grew up, don't go be with no guy that's gonna put their hands on you because we got guns and we'll kill people. Basically what the song is saying.
Understood.
Right. So I guess there's still good dancehall music. It's just people are not seeking that. It's just whatever's popular. Let's just go with that.
Well, I don't know if it's just that, to be honest. I mean, let's think about dancehall culture back then versus now, right? Dancehall culture back then, you go to a party, you get a CD. That's how you learn about the new music.
Yes.
You know, but like now, for me to learn about dancehall, especially someone living in California that never gets to go to any fucking Jamaican parties, right? How am I supposed to find out about that music? There's no way for me to find out about it.
But this music that I'm talking about, they don't play in parties.
But that's what I'm saying.
But even so, but back in the day, right? I'm not talking about right now, but back in the day, even if something wasn't being played at a party, I had a mixtape to go home to that would help me promote that song, right? But now it's like there's no one even doing that. Nobody wants a CD anymore. So how is the consumer who is not a DJ supposed to find out about this new music? Who's promoting it?
So
you gotta be a fan.
So this is what my idea is.
I'm not searching up nothing.
And this is what my idea is, and this is what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start creating playlists like Spotify.
Do that.
Spotify, YouTube, and
Apple Music.
SoundCloud.
Apple Music.
I don't have Apple Music. These are 3 that I have: SoundCloud, YouTube, and Spotify. I'm gonna create these playlists, right? And I'm gonna post them and send them to people like, hey,
that's what you gotta do.
These are this is how I'm gonna help the culture in my own way.
Okay,
and that's
beautiful.
That is what I'm gonna, because I feel like there's so much good music and nobody knows them because they're not the popular stuff.
It's not even about being popular. The only reason I know Dexter Daps stuff is because my friend is friends with him and posts them every day.
Right.
Even Dexter Daps, who is popular, right?
Right.
The only reason I know that music is because my friend posted on her story every day. If she didn't post it, how the hell would I know Dexter Daps?
But think about it. Some of Dexter Daps' best music is not the popular one.
But that's what I
Yeah.
meant to say. Because think about even if we get out of reggae, we can go to just like the music Soul Childs and the India Iries and the Eric
Yeah.
Right.
they're popular-ish, but they're not
Yeah.
Beyonce,
Mainstream,
Rihanna's,
yeah.
or whatever. So it seems like every artist that falls into that genre, whatever we can label that, we can name it the woke, earthier, more in tune, whatever, more jet. Every time they fall into that earthy shit, it just
Mhm.
does. It's a niche, and there's a certain type of person that's gonna
Right.
Mhm.
now even wants to listen to that. Because when
Mhm.
I'm ready to come to your party, I'm literally telling Lex to play Vibes Cartel because that's what I'm gonna do. And usually when I'm going out, that's what I look for. If I gotta go to an American party, I ask them to play hip hop stuff. The only time I do this whole Zen shit is like in the morning, maybe, or if like somebody really got me fucked up and I need to calm down. So, and I wouldn't think I don't even know who to search for in dance hall at all. Like there's no
Mhm.
way I would ever know it unless maybe I lived down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gonna have no
Yeah.
excuse. I'm gonna create these playlists. I'm gonna create all these playlists, right?
Well, we all gonna wait on that, okay? We're ready.
You gonna have it by next week for sure. Because I already have playlists, but these are mine. I'm gonna create public playlists.
Well,
So
that's beautiful. I think that
yes.
is very nice of you. Mr. Culture.
Afrobeat is what I love Afrobeat now more than
It's
dancehall.
lit.
I'm gonna be real with you. I love Afrobeat now more than dancehall. So
I don't understand what you're saying.
I love Afrobeat at this very moment now more than dancehall now.
Yeah, you'll be okay tomorrow.
You know, it's time for me to go.
I can't believe you.
I'm
Well,
just saying.
there's nothing wrong with that. When I'm all sad and emotional, all I want to hear is sad bitch shit. That's all. And at that current moment, that's all I want to do. I want to hear sad shit. I want to cry until I'm good. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. We are looking forward to these playlists that Brad probably gonna end up making because you don't do shit over there.
Yeah.
All right, so we can close it off there. I would like to thank my two lovely guests. Amanda, you were on here the whole way home, and you didn't finally made it in the house. Tell your dog we said hello, and we appreciate your time so much. Yes, you've been so busy. I think it's very. Please tell me what you're trying to open again. What are you guys doing at there at UCLA?
Opening the Black Resource Center.
Black Resource Center. I think that is awesome. So thank you so much. That's also something pushing the culture forward. Stretch. Hopefully you make this playlist. I don't know. I don't believe it. Your birthday is coming up, and remember, be intentional about it. And I think what Amanda said was great. Bring people who are intentional about celebrating you, because that's the point, right? It's not just a trip to wherever, it's Stretch Day. So we're gonna make sure his big ass feels great. Okay. Everybody, you can visit us at letussayitforyou.com. Please follow us at Let Us Say It For You on IG, Let Us Say It For You on YouTube, and Let Us Say It For You, just the you on Twitter. It has been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.